Do you feel the pulse?
Yeah. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, GNT Sportstalk. We have a fantastic episode ahead. We've been waiting for this man to be on this program for about 98 episodes, because I think we've been talking about this man for a while, and we finally got him on the show in episode 99. Let's get right into it. Let's go. Yeah, let's get right into it. First things first, we got to introduce the panel. It's only right that I introduce Bird Gang, which in the building.
Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? You already know what it is. It's your boy, Bird Gang. And listen, we're here for episode 99 with the special guest. Take it away, Larry. Let's get it.
Tone the promoter.
Yizzo. What's going on, GNT Sports Talk World, man? Like you said, episode 99. We back with a special guest, near dear friend of my heart, man. Let's get it, man. I don't even want to rap. Let's get right to it.
You know what, Tone? I want to do something different this time. Tone, you introduce the special guest of the night.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, listen, that ain't no problem, man.
I know it ain't.
This is bigger than an interview for me, man. This is definitely a long time coming. You know what I mean? The wait is over. You know what I'm saying? It's my guy, you know, somebody who I met about, let's just say 25 years ago, you know what I mean, in college. He was a running back then, you know what I'm saying? We were all, you know, athletes back then, you know what I mean, in college. And that's what we was focusing on, man. But aside of just, you know, being an athlete, you know what I'm saying, this guy became my friend. You know what I mean? Still my friend, you know what I'm saying? Got much love, much support. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud to see the things that he's done up until this far. I know he ain't done yet. You know what I'm saying? When I first started this you know, sports podcast, man, one of the guests that I obviously always thought about having on was him. He even hit me up, you know what I'm saying, at one point, like, yo, you know what I'm saying, let me come on the show, you know what I'm saying, got some things to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I said to him, I said, listen, you know what I'm saying, I want you on the show, you know what I'm saying? That's no question. You know what I'm saying? But we were still getting our feet, you know what I'm saying, wet. We wanted to, you know what I'm saying, roll around in the mud a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, get a little bit, I guess you could say, perfected with this you know, this podcast thing, man. And the time right now, to me, was just right. You know what I'm saying? Sent the invite out to my guy, man, and he accepted it, which you know what I'm saying, I ain't had no doubts that he would, man. But welcoming to GNT Sports World, man. Those of y'all who don't know, man, is my guy, Coach Dame Saxon, man. Give it up, y'all. Coach Dame Saxon.
Yo, thank y'all. Thank y'all for having me. Appreciate y'all for real. Fans, you've been my man for forever. And he right, yo, soon as he said he was doing a sports podcast, I hit him like, yo, bro, I'm trying to be a guest. Like immediately. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. He was like, yo, dang, let me get things right on mine. And when I do, bro, I'm gonna spin back. He kept his word. I've been watching, bro. I see what y'all doing. I love it. I ain't an Eagles fan, I ain't gonna lie, or a Cowboys fan, but I just like listening to y'all bench, if we being honest. Thanks for having me on the show. Any questions y'all got? Ain't nothing off limits. I'm answering any and everything.
Man. First things first, Dame, I apologize. We usually don't have introductions that long. You know, I mean, it's usually a short dialogue. That usually, you know, for Wilkes-Barre, newly coach. No. Don't give a whole soliloquy.
Hey man, you know what I mean? I'm not sure if we've been like this tapped in, you know what I'm saying, to the person that we've interviewed, you know what I'm saying, across the screen, you know, outside of it just being sports, man. That's my guy. So, you know what I'm saying? The long drawn out introduction was gonna happen regardless, man. So like, you know what I mean? That's my man.
And you know what? I apologize because I literally thrown that on you. I wanted to see what you was going to do on your toes. Yeah,
Mm.
you tap danced a little bit, but you good. You good. Good job, Tone. I'm proud of you, bro.
Yeah. It's no problem, man. That's no problem.
Just in case to our Instagram family that's on there, we appreciate every single one of y'all for tuning in. We need more of y'all to go ahead and jump in so we can go ahead and be part of this conversation as well. YouTube family, go ahead and step on in here so we can go ahead and have this conversation. But first things first, Coach Dame, we appreciate your time, man. Seriously. We definitely been, just like Tone said, we definitely been in conversations with like, all right, when we want to get our guy on here. And I'm so proud and happy to say that on episode 99, you graced us with your presence and your knowledge and everything else we're going to talk about tonight. So we thank you so much for being there for us and being there with us tonight. Appreciate you.
Nah, my pleasure, man. For real. I'm honored to be on here. And I don't think I'm smarter than nobody. So we gonna just be able to kick it on some real sports stuff.
I like it. I like it. So as always, when we usually start and we have a guest, we like to go ahead and start off, with questions. Guys, what questions do you have for Coach Dan?
Shoot.
You want to kick it off? You want to kick off things, Joe? Or
No, I thought you was, but I can. I'm ready. So, first and foremost, man, thank you for being on the show. Just like they said, like we've been talking about you specifically for a while because the connection you had with Tony, and he mentioned it, and I was like, yo, that's gonna be fire. And when I was like sitting down and doing my research and looking at different things and stuff like that, one of the questions that I had was, with you being a leader of men, young men, and trying to get them prepared not only for football. I know there's sometimes that get into their personal, world and life and stuff like that. It's human nature. I know I did it with a few of my coaches, just to see where my head was at and stuff like that. So my thing is, from that aspect, because I'm just assuming, so I don't want to assume and not speak for you, but I'm thinking like, being a head coach is like, man, I just want to get down to the hard work, the nitty and gritty behind the sport, the practice, teaching them different plays and stuff like that. But from a different aspect, what has been the most surprising thing other than football?
All right, so like when I was working with the minis, the little kids, I got to spend a lot of time just working with the kids, and really teaching them the game. What you realize when you do get on the high school level, and as a head coach, you spend like less time being able to actually do the X's and O's. You know what I mean? Like that's done on my off time. That's probably done when I'm home. But when I'm there, you gotta like it's booster club meetings. It's like PIAA meetings. It's official meetings. It's coaches meetings. It's meeting with the athletic director. It's like you do so much that you rarely like get a chance to get down to the football stuff, which is why I had to go get like some real good assistants. And I'm gonna tell y'all the secret to this, which I mean I ain't perfected yet, but I'm gonna be great. Like the key to being great is you gotta have real good assistant coaches. Like I'm gonna say they gotta be as good as you or better. And I got the luxury of having like some really good assistant coaches. So while I handle the face of the program, they able to do the dirty work. Like in person. You know what I mean? I get to chime in, but they get to be on the practice field really going hard while I'm taking care of everything on the outside, and then I get to jump in and, overall see things. But you talked about like the personal side, like and getting with the kids personally. That's probably my greatest gift. Cause all my players I like want to have a personal relationship with. Cause another key, little coaching tip for y'all. Um, in order for me to like coach them as hard as I need to and be tough on them, like they got to know I love them. In order for that, I got to build some type of trust and rapport with them. So I got to know what's going on. I got to ask them how they day going. I got to ask them stuff that don't have nothing to do with football, because then they know you care. So now when it gets to the football part, now I could just go in. I can set my expectations high because they know I believe in them. And so personally, I have a personal relationship with 98% of my players. It ain't always gonna be 100 because there's some kids that just ain't for it, and you got to respect that, and I do. But generally, man, they all want to have a personal relationship with somebody that ain't their dad, but's cool like their dad, or older like their dad, but cool and can still relate to the things. And that's kind of what I'm good at. So I make sure I have a personal relationship with all my players, bro.
Yeah, that's exactly what I kind of like wanted to get into, man. That's gonna be my questions like throughout the whole
Mhm.
thing. But you know what I mean. Thank you for answering that because I think it's important that from last week's show. One thing that I was enlightened by is that when we think of young athletes and stuff like that, we forget that they're human and the human element to it. From the mental standpoint or things that they got going on at home. So thank you for answering the question, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Nah, I say no more. Just to go a little bit deeper into what you were saying, like the home situation. Like I was one of them kids. So like home wasn't great for me. So I needed sports to be my outlet. So like when the kid having an issue at home, like I know how to handle that kind of kid. Cause sometimes he don't always need a kick in the butt or yo, you're not working hard. He need a what's going on with you?
Right.
What's up? And he'll tell you, yo, my mom just got locked up. Or my grandma just OD'd. I'll just tell y'all a quick little story about a kid I got on my team. 15 years old, right? Um, a news reporter stopped me and was like, "Hey man, when you I ain't gonna say his name because I ain't asked permission, but he said, yo, when you see this kid, I want you to look out for him because he had a tough little upbringing." And he just said it just like that. I ain't paying no mind. I meet the kid. It's a giant. He a giant, but he always smiling, always happy. And I was like, man, I'm with that. Like I can't imagine what could be possibly wrong with him. You know. So then one day I'm giving him a ride. We're going to get something to eat, and I say, "Hey man, I heard your life was rough, man. Tell me about it." And he goes, "Well, yeah, coach, my mom and my grandmother OD when I was in 7th grade, and I had to save them." He said, "I was able to save my mom, but I wasn't able to save my grandmother." Yo, fellas, it broke my heart. I didn't even know like what to say. Because here I am. And I asked him, my next question was, "Well, how are you so happy?" And he was like, "Coach, I don't know." He's like, I just always got a smile on my face. Bro, broke my heart, y'all. But it made me like have a profound, like even deeper love and connection with him. So now I call him every day. Just a text, "Yo, bro, how you doing? What's going on?" He don't even know how to deal with it because he ain't used to it. But nah, when you had to deal with that, bro, in 7th grade, imagine having to deal with that in 7th grade. And so it'd be stories like that be happening for kids on my team. And nah, I ain't gonna let you just be a player. I can't look at you like you just my football player. You know what I mean? You OD human. You you more of a man than me. It's how I'm looking at you, and I'm gonna treat you like such. I'm sorry for telling that long story, y'all, but
No,
y'all get
No,
where
you
I'm going with
solid.
it.
that's
Nah,
what.
man,
No,
we need to hear that, man. You need to hear
yeah,
stuff like that, man. And
Yep.
for you to answer the question the way you did, man, as far as like being that personable, kind of coach, man. Like you said, you get the kids to play for you, even the more. Like it makes it even easier when you say, hey, what I mean, we got to put our hands in the dirt and we going at it, even if it's against somebody who they may think they're overpowered or overmatched against.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But the way you drive and the way you dig and the way you get personal like that, man, they'll run through a brick wall, man. So salute to you for that, man. That coaching tactic is definitely one that if ain't all using, they should tap into that, man, because it's a good thing. Definitely a good
and
thing.
that's what's crazy, right? So then I used to think like I thought everybody was like that. So when I would see coaches, I would think, yo, that's just how you supposed to be, because that's just how I am. Like I don't think like I mean that's how me and my coaches was when my upbringing. Like it was personable, yo. They had problems, they had issues, like, but they cared as men. Nah, bro, I'm gonna bring that to these kids, bro. And what I love about like what I do is I don't got no color with it. So I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I thought I was only good with black kids. Like I really thought like, yo, that was my gift because I was a young black kid. I went through the struggle with them. Like, yo, I could really help black kids, and I helped a ton out here. And now they put me in a school that's predominantly white. But I learned that yo, those kids got the same problems, if not worse. Because the story I just told y'all about was from a 15-year-old white kid.
mm,
You know what I mean? Now we be thinking like it's always us that had a struggle, and then you get a kid like that, and you see, dang, bro, the struggle don't have no color. Like for real, the struggle is just it's colorless. It's
Hmm.
just how kids handle it. And then to see a kid like that, and he got a smile on his face, yo, bro, it make me not able. I like it's hard for me to have bad days. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And but I definitely wanted to throw the color part in because some people think like I can only deal with a certain kind of kid, and I thought that about myself, but in reality, nah, bro, it's a gift. When you pour into kids and you just love them, bro, they will love you back 1,000. So there's not only can I get them to think they could beat Goliath, bro, they'll run into a wall, and even if we run into the wall and we fall down, they'll get up for me because I'm gonna get up with them. You know what I mean? I'm right there with
Right.
them, and that's how It's how coaching should be done. And I'm not saying everybody don't do it. And I ain't saying I'm the best at it, but bro, if you really want the best out of high school kids, you gotta love them,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can get them to do whatever. So
Oh, that's solid. That's solid.
I got
And you see what kind of guy we dealing with, you know what I'm saying? Like as far as, you know what I mean, how he going into the with the kids and coaching. But I'm gonna step aside and go to the sports part of my guy, you know what I'm saying? He was an amazing running back, man. You know what I'm saying, for King's College, out there in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. That's where I got the, opportunity to meet him. And you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna just throw out some accolades, bro. So bear with me because I was writing for a little while. I said, damn, I said, this is my man, you know what I'm saying, who I rock with, you know what I'm saying, in college, came up with it into the adulthood, hanging out, you know what I'm saying, doing what we doing. And I'm like, dang. I ain't know my man was cemented like this, but like I said, get y'all popcorn ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna run this off. So the year he was Coach Damon Saxon was the year 2000 Division III rushing leader with 1,744 yards in the season, which was 174.4 yards per game, and that is best in Kings Monarchs football history. His senior year, his rushing touchdowns, he had 21 in one season, which ranks first in Kings history. Rushes per carry, 6.2 yards, which is third in Kings history. Rushing attempts in the season, he had 281 carries, which ranked fourth. Um, they Kings College won the 2000 ECAC Southwest Bowl game against your Urstinus, 45-20. And my guy was his senior year, he won MAC Player of the Year and also was first team all MAC. Now let me give you some regional accolades. He was the ECAC Regional All-Star and Football Gazette NCAA Regional All-Star First Team honoree. National accolade. He was the Metburger Award finalist for Division III Player of the Year. He's a Football Gazette Division III First Team All-American. He was D3Football.com All-American First Team selection. He was the Hewlett Packard Division III First Team All-American. Single game accolades that my man holds. He holds the record for the yards in the regular season game in the MAC, 289 yards. He's tied first in touchdowns with 4. He had 4 against a school called Hardwick. And he ranks second with the longest run from scrimmage that was 76 yards. And he had that against Lycoming. Rushing attempts in the game, he had 44, and that was in the game against Hardwick when he cooked them for 289. And he is also a 2024 Middle Atlantic Conference Hall of Fame inductee. You know what I'm saying? So, and then for his career, he finished 4th all time with 2,760 yards rushing and 28 touchdowns in Kings history. So there go my guy, Dame Saxon. There's probably other little stats maybe that I probably missed, but my
nah,
man put in work. That resume crazy, man. So salute to you, man, for your college career. You know what I'm saying? And where it has taken you up into, thus far, man. Sky's the limit for you, Dame. Like I said, after, looking at all that, I said, damn. You know what I'm saying? I was walking around Wilkes-Barre with a legend and didn't even know it.
nah,
You know what I'm saying? Didn't even know it, man.
nah, nah. All right, so I appreciate that. I swear to God, thank you, yo. And yes, I did do all those things. But like, all right, so I'll just tell y'all, after my freshman year, I tore my ACL, playing basketball in the wintertime. And I had to play 2 years with a tore ACL. So I played my sophomore year with a tore ACL, and I played my junior year with a tore ACL. Um, and I told, like, all right, so in the game that I tore it completely. I told the coach, like, yo, I had like a 20-yard run. I broke like 3 tackles, but when I went to plant, like my leg just gave out. I go to the coach and I'm like, yo, I tore my ACL. I feel it's gone. He was like, no, nah, you'll be all right. And I need you to play the rest of the game. And I played the rest of the game. And then after that, I was like, yo, I'm done. So I ended up getting surgery in like January. Hey, y'all, listen, so you know how everybody going Christmas break dance, but it just be the basketball team up here. So I get my surgery, bro, and I ain't have like I ain't have like the parental, so it wasn't like my mom and my pop coming up here to check on me. Like it was our roommate's sister. She drove me to the hospital, bro, to get my surgery. I get my surgery when I wake up. This my dad did come up for this. When I woke up, it was my dad and my head coach. They was standing in front of me, bro. Two of the only men I really respected at the time. Boom. I start working, y'all. This is the hardest I ever worked. They put me in like Corey, bro. He put me through 8 o'clock. We had to lift. 9 o'clock we did abs. 10 o'clock we had to go back to lift. Like 12 o'clock we had to run. Um, 1 o'clock we had to go back to the gym. And then at 4 o'clock we had to play basketball, and we played that for 2 hours. We did that every single day from May till right before our season started. And then on top of that, I was starting to like do football workouts. I'm sorry for being so long, but
Take your
just
time.
y'all
No,
need
take
to
your
hear this,
time,
right?
man.
All right, so look, I ain't have a good work ethic. I had a lot of talent, but I thought I could always get by on talent. And then now I'm thinking about it, bro. God really like so I kept relying on my talent, talent, talent. I got into an argument with the starting running back my sophomore year because he was like, I was eating a McDonald's cheeseburger, and he was like, if you would put the effing cheeseburger down, they would play you and they would see that you're better than me. And I was like, no, I'm better than you with the cheeseburger in my hand. And he was like, but no, they need to see you in the weight room. They need to see you working out. I started lifting. I was able to squat I got up to squatting like 500 pounds that sophomore year, but then I tore my ACL for real, fell out of it. That summer of my senior year after the surgery. Like, so when Adrian Peterson came back in 5 months, and I ain't comparing myself to Adrian Peterson, he great. But when he came back from his ACL surgery in 5 months, I knew exactly what happened because it was exactly for me. By January, I had my surgery. By late February, I was able to run. By March, I was able to really run. By April, I was able to sprint. Yo, bro, I don't know what was happening. I was going to rehab every day, and I was working my behind off. It was the hardest I ever had to work. Next thing you know, I'm by June, I'm all out sprinting, but I'm able to like sprint for distance. I'm in the best shape of my life. Corey had us working every day. We only took one vacation that summer. We went to Delaware for 3 days. Every other day was work. Saturday, Sunday, work. I come back my senior year. Now, this how naive I am. I still don't think I'm the starting running back. Right. I just came back. I knew I had worked hard, but in my mind, they was gonna have another kid that they was gonna come in, I was gonna compete, or we was gonna split time. I never thought I was gonna be the guy. My coach don't tell me either. He just let me work, but he saw like how much I was working. I did it, so I'm not seeing it. I'm just doing it. Feeling a little bit better. We get to that first game, that Hartwick game, right? I don't know I had the ball 44 times. I don't remember. I don't even remember the yards. I never knew the yards. I just remember I'm leaving the game and like people was giving me funny looks. I'm like, man, whatever, man. Like we finally won a game. Maybe that's why we at their home. They give me funny looks, and then I hear God whisper like, "Yo, I think he had like over 200 yards." And I was like, man, they ain't talking about me. Like, no way, no way. I had that. I know I had a solid 100. I knew I had 100, but I was like, no way. I had whatever. The next day in the newspaper, I pick it up. Boom! I had 289 yards and 4 touchdowns. Blew my mind. It blew my mind. Now I'm a full circle this. I could say the middle for when y'all had me back on, right? I'm a full circle this. So that last game, the ECAC against your sinus, they had thought a team had did something dirty against me in the game, and they had thought I had retore my ACL. Really, I had tore scar tissue though. But they started taping my knee. Yeah, bro, this how bugged out they was back in 2000. They was taping my knee like it was a freaking knee brace, but it wasn't. It was just making me slower, right? So they take my knee. I had a big contusion on my hand. It's snowing in the ECAC. Their sinus was 8-2. They was favored to blow us out. They didn't respect us, so they started onside kicking onside kick front every time. But they went because they were scoring a lot of points and we wasn't. We crept in with a 6-4 record.
Mhm.
The first half, bro, I'm not doing anything. Like I'm getting yards, but it's not like the yards I'm getting. So I may have like 60 yards. May have 60 yards in the whole first half. No touchdowns, no nothing. I ain't thinking nothing. I got a big knot on my hand. I can't close my right hand. It's cold. We go to halftime. We come out of halftime. In the third quarter, I think I probably had 170 alone. The
Mm.
first 3 times I got the ball in the third quarter was all touchdowns. And then I scored again in the third quarter. I didn't play the fourth. If I would have played the fourth quarter, I would have shattered the record. But I wanted the backup kid to play, and it was cold, bro. I was done. I thought I did my work. I wasn't the guy that, like, once I put in enough work, I ain't want to overkill. So once I killed you, nah, bro, the next guy should play. So it's the third quarter. I take myself out again. I don't know what I got, but I know I just had those 3 long runs, another touchdown run. So I'm like, boom, I'm feeling good about myself again. I pick up the paper the next day. 289 yards, 4 touchdowns. I've started the season and ended the season the same exact way. The only thing is, the end of the season, I ended it with 13 less carries. I had the same amount of yards, amount of touchdowns. So in reality, Dan, the only thing you messed up, I finished the season back in 2000. They didn't count your that ECAC game. It didn't count to my official stats. But if it would have, my official stats was 25 touchdowns, 2,044 yards for a season in 11 games. And that would have led all college football. That was the year I think Rashaan Salam might have won the Heisman. He had 2,000. He had like 2,031. I had more yards than everybody in all of college football that year, just that year.
Crazy.
But that's how I went, bro. It's crazy. I went through mad trials and tribulations my freshman through junior year, not being able to get right, to finally working the hardest I ever did, and it paid off for me. It taught me the value of hard work. Corey taught me that, bro. Like, and I take that with me. Like, I get that to the kids now. Everything that happened for me in college, like, and in my life, I get to use now. I'm gonna tell y'all real quick, another quick story, right? So I met Dance. I call him Dance because he was the boss. I met Dance in Nanico, right? At his college, LCC. They had a crib out there. I coach now down the street from where Dance went to college at. I drive through the neighborhood where I first met him at. Like everything for me happened full circle. Like, nothing happened for me off happenstance. It all happens for a real reason. So that's just like things start how they finish with me. Where I met Danzette is now where I'm about to start my freaking high school coaching career. And they don't let many people like me out here coach, especially not in that city. But they picked the right guy. They picked the right guy.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? I just wanted to get the accolades part out, and I'm glad you gave us that backstory on that senior year. That even makes the season even more crazier for you, man.
Yeah.
But
Insane,
my question for you is: before getting hired as Nanticoke area high school football coach, you were assistant at Wilkes-Barre area. Being in that role, how did it prepare you for this next coaching journey?
All right, so I used to study the head coach. He was an older guy. He had like 38 years experience. So I would like watch the stuff he did, and then every now and again he'd let me pick his brain. And he would say to me, "Yo, Damon, you're gonna be the next head coach here." And he would be like, "But I want you to start looking at this. It's less about X's and O's, and it's more about dealing with parents, dealing with kids, dealing with personalities." He started he started telling me that for like year 1. So he kind of started gearing me towards being a head coach. And he would tell me like little tidbits, you know what I mean? And I started picking up my own things like that I learned in the past. But learning how to be a follower, this might sound crazy to some people, it helped me be a leader. Like, cause I had to learn from a guy in that position. And now I got to take away the good parts and the bad parts. So the stuff I didn't like that he did, I don't do. You know what I mean? The stuff that he do, like I do. The stuff that I think we do the same, I do it my way. You know what I mean? I just take what he did and I kind of spin it my way. So now it's all, bro, you can't start at the top. Well, you can, but it's just harder for me. I think you had to start at the bottom. And bro, I started at the bottom with coaching. Well, I coach the kids. So I started coaching 6-year-olds. And all that played a part in how I deal with it, like my kids now, and becoming the head coach.
Solid.
All right. So, in the midst of my research and everything that we've been doing to prepare for this night, I came across something that I thought was very, very monumental when it comes to just a coach and what Joel was kind of alluding to, being a leader of men, and especially a leader of young men, was this post right here. Right there. I will go to war for my kids every day, all day, and twice on Sundays. Last Friday was a learning lesson. I'm sure, what that was crazy. Now we must improve. But the most important thing out of that is that picture that I got. That's a for
All
real
right.
picture, man.
So this is a backstory on that kid right there. That's my quarterback. Um, yo, this not fake either, y'all. I swear all this is real. Dan, you got a backstory. Just check this when I'm done. Um, so I had that kid when he was 8 years old. When he was 8 years old, he couldn't run and he couldn't throw. We thought he was terrible, but we had me and my coaches. We loved his mom and we loved his dad. His dad was a real good dad, man, young dad, and mom was young. Like we loved him, so we was like, yo, we'll work with him. You know what I mean? I used to take him out, and I started working with him. Every year he would get better, better, better. He was at Wilkes-Barre area with me, right? Now, when he was 12, he was still with my mini program. I said, yo, man, one day you're gonna be my quarterback, and we're gonna win a state championship together. Like, and I'm gonna be the head coach. And he looked at me with that crazy look, and he was like, all right, yo, whatever. Me and him been through like wars together for real, because I used to have him in my 7-on-7s, and when he wasn't that good, he would throw an interception, he would cry, but I wouldn't baby him. And it would offend his mom, it would piss his dad off. But I'll be like, nah, yo, I want him back on the field. You're not hugging him. Like, he gotta go. So he started building some of that toughness, that intestinal fortitude you need to carry the position. When he started getting in trouble at home, he started like doing the wrong things at home. His mom called me. Yo, I went over there, and this I wasn't even his coach, and this is just I'm like his uncle figure. I go over there, I deal with him, we straighten the situation out. I stayed with him for the whole year. Now, fast forward, I get the job in Nanticoke. He lives in Nanticoke. Well, his mom lived in Nanticoke. Somebody from Wilkes-Barre area reported it because his dad lived in Wilkes-Barre too. He wanted to go to Wilkes-Barre. They report him, they get him kicked out of school. He has to go to Nanticoke, the school I'm actually going to. So now I know I got a quarterback. But now he ain't the same 8-year-old kid. Now he bigger, he's stronger, he's faster. So before the game, I'm telling him, like, yo, what I said was like, yo, we about to do this, but it made me cry. So I had hugged him and brought him in, but I was crying. Thank God she like took it from the back. Like, I couldn't control it, because it was like, yo, I told you this when you was little. Yo, we was about to do this. And now we actually about to get a chance to do this for the next 3 years. You get to be my quarterback. We get to make it run at this state joint. Like, it hit me too hard, yo. And the message was about, we got our behinds kicked bad that Friday. I'm talking, we got beat bad. And then everybody thought like it was going to be a repeat of last season. But I'm telling them, no, you don't have nothing to worry about. We learned our lesson. We going to get better. But I'm fighting for my kids every day. And I'm always fighting them front to front. Like, and you ain't got to wait to catch me in the back. I'll take all the bullets for y'all. I just need y'all to play. But that's what that's about. And that kid is really, really, really special to me. Like, he ain't just a regular kid. And for us to have the opportunity to do this, it's like, it's magic, man. His mom sent me like a long text message too. She'd be like, yo, I can't believe y'all get to do this together. And it's like surreal, but it's my reality, bro.
A
That's
leader of
just
men. Wow.
that's just great to hear, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's a lot of stories, you know what I'm saying, like that, man. But when you hear it firsthand, you know what I'm saying, especially from somebody who I know, and I know where it's really coming from, man, it's a good brother right here. So, you know what I mean, whatever that young man and all the young men and everybody who you work with, man, what they take from you, bro, it's definitely gonna last a lifetime, man. So, you know what I mean, salute to you, bro, for doing that, for sure.
Appreciate that. Nah, they hold me down. Bro, the kids saved me. It ain't the other way around. It really ain't. You know what I mean? Like, I need them like way more than they need me. And I just be grateful. Like, every now and again, I hit their parents like, yo, thank you for letting me be in their life, yo. Because y'all don't have to. You know how some parents can be standoffish. Some parents feel away. But it's a lot of parents that be like, yo, I can't deal with you, yo, call Coach Dame. Or I'm gonna call Coach Dame. And then sometimes I'll be the guy to straighten them out. You know what I mean? It's a gift and a curse. Cause you know, sometimes I got my own kids, y'all. I got 6 kids of my own. I got 5 daughters. You know what I mean? So, you know, when you trying to deal with 1,000 football players, bro, I still got to come home, and I ain't Coach Dame at home, bro. I'm just dad, bro, and I'm or bruh, or you know how that go. Like, I'm him. I ain't the Coach Dame, so I get to deal with it both ways, bro. I get to come home and really be humble by my queens, and then I get to go out here and I get to help as many kids as I can, you know, be great.
Go ahead, Joel. It's on you, bro.
Yeah, man, just awesome stuff, man. Man, all those accolades, man. Shout out to you and all the things that you're doing with these young men out here and stuff like that, man. But I want to kind of touch on the parent side. So you heading into a new coaching position at the new high school that you got assigned to. If you had to address the parents as a whole as to certain things that they could help out, as far as because I know like in high schools you probably get the like the seniors and juniors where they're about the, college bound and stuff like that. Maybe is about playing time or you working with them a little bit more. So what will help, like, from a parent standpoint, what can they do to help out the situation, or how can they approach the situation, to handle, a head coach and to make things work out for both, for the player and also the coach?
All right, couple things. Thing one, so I actually the school I'm at, see, these kids wasn't thinking about college. So they weren't thinking about playing after high school, you know what I mean? So first things first, I had to get that mind frame. I changed that. You know what I mean? I told them that's the kind of kid I want. Two, when I had a chance to speak to the parents, I asked them for 24 hours after games. You know what I mean? Don't come at me like right after, like if you got a problem with playing time or anything involving your child, give me 24 hours. I'll always give you respect and I'll answer your question. But once I'm done talking, I'm done talking. My word is my word. That's it. And all I ask them to do is respect what we trying to do. Like if you want your kid to be great, then you got to let me push them to be great. And I ain't gonna lie, like I got 100% parent approval. I haven't had one issue with one parent because I explained to them from the beginning that I got expectations. I explained to them that I'm going to hold their kid to that standard. I explained to them that I will be there to do these things with their kids. So here's how it goes. If I'm asking your kid to work out more, I'm getting up at 5 a.m. and I'm picking them up and I'm taking them to work out. So he like, yo, Coach Dame is doing this with me. One of my, quick little story, right? So my wide receiver, he got upset with me because he kept dropping passes, and this is in March. And I'm like, all right, yo, every time you drop a pass, you got to do a 100-yard sprint down and back. He didn't want to show up one day to practice because I had killed him at 5:30 in the morning. He had to do that. He didn't want to show up again. I went to his house and, I called him and he sent me the voicemail. I called him right back, right? And I could tell he put me on speaker. Like, so he had like his parent around thinking that I guess I wouldn't talk the way I talk. I said, stop playing with me. Where you at? He said, I'm at my house. And I pulled up, knocked on the door, walked up. And when he opened the door, he didn't say a word. He just walked out with his bag, got in my car, and we went to practice. His mom sent me the video of the Ring camera of me pulling up to his house. And she said, yo, coach, I ain't think you would pull up like that, but your pull up game strong. Yes. And I got that kind of support. So they know, like, I'm telling your kid he gonna be great. I'm telling him what he gonna do to be great, but I'm there doing the actual work. So when you say, well, look, he want to be there at 5:30, but I got work at 6, I can't get him there, then I'm gonna get him there. So now they know I'm just as invested as you. And now that word start to spread. I got like, that's how I get the parents, bro. So I don't really have like parental issues. They all worry about their kids getting hurt and that kind of stuff, but I don't really get too deep into that. If a kid hurt, he hurt. If I think he faking it, I tell him. And if I think his parent, like, if the parent got a problem with that, I kind of cuten my words up a little bit, but I tell him, yo, I think your kid's soft, or I think your kid faking. Like, they like me because I am as advertised. Like, I don't know how to be another person. Like, you will see right through me. Like, y'all be like, yo, that ain't you not being authentic. And the people see it. So I am how I am. I keep it that way. And it works. The parents be like, they all on board, bro. Like, parents not an issue until you let them be an issue. And nah, I got
I
bigger
like
fish to
that.
fry. Trying to change the community, bro. Can't be getting stopped by no disgruntled parents.
Right.
And they see that. You know what I mean? It's the whole thing. I'm sorry, y'all, but all right, so like I'm trying to unite the whole school. So like it was times where the soccer team would tell the football team, y'all trash. Now I broke that. Now we ain't doing that. The school gonna all be united. So guess what? We gonna go watch the girls' field hockey team. We gonna go watch the men's soccer team. Because the soccer kids they don't like, I don't care. We gonna build that relationship because we need as much school support as we can.
Mm.
I be doing stuff like that, bro. And I be thinking, That's kind of what you should do if you want to have a good football team. You want it, and they think like, yo, you really like somebody. That's why I don't think I'm nobody, bro. I'm really as regular as the next guy. I just always put the kids and what I think should be done for the kids first and foremost for everything.
Mhm.
Respect.
But bro, I ain't doing nothing superhuman. I'm doing regular man stuff that anybody could do, bro.
Right. It ain't rocket science, right?
It really ain't.
Real quick, I just wanted to highlight our Instagram family that's on there. Taya, I do see you, my dear. Thank you for being here as always. Little Miriam, I do see you. Love Carmen, I do
What's
see
up?
you
What's
as
up?
well. All our people. Lady Leo, not my daughter. Thanks, Joelle. Is on here. We want to thank y'all so much for being all part of the show as well. We appreciate y'all guys' support as well. I'm sorry, Tone. It's on you, bro.
All right, Dane, just take us back a little bit, man. Give us that time when you knew you were destined to be a good football player. What was that time that you knew that?
Oh shoot, a good football player. Um, it was my junior year in high school, and I had caught like a game-winning touchdown, and I was like, oh shoot, I could do this. Like I could hang with like whoever, and I played with another good running back. Like so, I always been the second best player on my team my whole life. Like until that 1 year in college in Kings, it's always been another guy that's been better than me. So I had to like recreate myself. In high school, it was a better running back that they thought was better than me. So I just want to play wide out, but I was able to run the ball too. So I just did both. Um, it was at that moment though, Dance. If I'm being honest, it was my junior year. I really felt like, bro, I'm the guy. I could be special. I ain't know I could be that good, but I know I could be like I know I could hold my own with like the people out here in PA, bro. They was like super slow for me. Like, nah, I was gonna kill them.
So that mentality that you had as a football player, I can see that same type of fire and drive you have for your kids.
Oh yeah.
So my question will be this one here. The passion that you have for the kids, did that come from the fire that you had as a player? Or did you find a whole new fire when it comes to you coaching the kids?
All right, the fire from the kids came from the lack that I had as a kid. So like I always now I told you I had like some good coaches, but like I try to go above and beyond. So whatever the guy was to me, I try to be even more than that. And I felt like I always needed that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to poop on my dad. My dad was around, but my dad didn't live. He lived 2 hours away from me. I only saw my dad on holidays. Once I got 15, 16, I wouldn't see him no more. I needed the man in 15, 16, 17 to like really steer me straight. Like those was pivotal years for me. And it just wasn't. So I was like, yo, I'm not letting this happen to no other kid if I can. That's how it started. Like I was just like, yo, I'm not gonna let no other kid like go through what I had to go through, or like had to miss out, or not know, or just not have somebody that they could call and talk to that's gonna tell them, yo, bro, change the tire. Or all right, yo, yeah, I'll take you to go get a pregnancy test for this young lady. You know what I mean? Like I'll even talk you through it. Like, so I said I'm gonna be that way. That was just from the things I felt I didn't get as a kid. I would always tell myself I'm gonna give these kids everything I thought I didn't get and more. So that's really where that came from. Like as a football player, like how I'm talking to you is crazy. Like, but I ain't really do a lot of trash talking in college. Like they weren't like that. Like, so I kind of like, I started being quiet. College was when I talked a lot of trash in high school. When I got to college, it was quiet. Like I started being more of a thinker. Like, and even when I played semi-pro dance, like I was only a trash talker for the jokes. But in the game, I ain't talk. Nah, bro, I'm locked in on what I gotta do. And I'm trying to be like, cool, yo. I was that guy. Like, I don't want no real smoke. This ain't serious. Like, let me score my touchdowns and get on my way, yo. Nah, I never think about that, like the passion I have as a player, and it's totally different now. Like talking to y'all about it. Heck no. Like I won't die for the game of football. I'm dying for my kids. And I'm not talking about my own personal kids. You know what I mean? Like I really like love them that much, bro. Like I done had to step into situations that y'all wouldn't believe, but just to try to keep peace.
Mm,
And I know I ain't doing that for the game of football.
mm.
I just
Right.
use the game of football as a vehicle because I can get more kids. Like I can get 50 kids, bro, on a low end. When I had my little kids, bro, it was 120 little kids I used to like have influence over just from a game of football. But we would be in there teaching them life principles, you know what I mean? Like stuff that our dads ain't teaching us, or stuff that we want the cool uncle to teach us. But this cool uncle now, he ain't out here beating up women, he ain't out here selling drugs, he ain't out here doing it wrong. Like y'all actually see him go to work. Like my one coach he used to make it a point to come to practice in his work clothes. So the kids would
Mm.
see, like, yo, I ain't just laying around all day. I'm
Right.
coming here straight from work to help y'all. Like, yo, all those kind of lessons, man. Yo, oh man, I learned all that. I use football for that.
Mm.
But nah, football was, if I'm being honest with y'all, I played football because I was good at it. I wasn't really a fan of football. I like to watch it, but like the practices is boring. Like we do the same thing every day. I thought that was so boring, y'all. Like I used to hate practice. You know what I mean? And then like the defense would cheat. They would have the scripted plays, so they stop and all that. I thought practice was so stupid, y'all, that I was
Mhm,
like, that's why I didn't think I could be a coach because I hate practice. But
mhm,
now being a coach, I find the fun in it. You know what I mean? I gotta find and now that I gotta find the fun in it, I can understand the player that hates practice, and now I know how to get him to find the fun in it. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
So it all worked. My bad for being all long winded with y'all, but man, I kind of like
No,
talking to y'all dudes, man. I
Nah,
gotta go in a
man.
second, though. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm missing dinner. I got time. I'm gonna give y'all one more question. I gotta step off. I'm sorry, y'all.
no,
All right,
please.
cool,
Yeah,
man.
bro.
So real quick, the question for you is going to be, what would you consider a successful season, but not a win and loss record? What other than the wins and losses would you
Oh,
consider a successful season?
see, you nailing it, right? Cause I tell my kids all the time, you could play the best game ever and not be on the right side of the points. See,
Mhm,
the points don't determine if you won or you lost. It do by record. I mean, I'm not being stupid, so y'all know what I'm saying. It do and it don't,
mhm,
right? It does as all right, your record, you don't have as much points, you lose the game. But if I played the game of my life and we didn't have the right amount of points, nah, that still means something. I could build from there. So now my goal was for each game to be a little bit better than they were last year, and for the kids to get better than they were each game. So now I know what I'm starting from. So if each kid, if we ain't talking mind, like let's just forget wins or losses. If each kid will come back next year, that's a win. If each kid will say, yo, coach, man, I really enjoyed this. I know we ain't get a lot of wins, but I enjoyed blah. That's a win. And I'm gonna tell y'all how I already won, y'all. This not corny, but kinda. I got two kids, right? Two seniors. I met one senior 2 weeks before camp started. So camp started August. I met him this third week in July. I just took a liking to him, and I'm friendly. I'm person. Y'all know how I am. I'm kicking it with them. The kid sent me a text message. Yo, coach, you think you could walk out with me on senior night? I want you to walk out with me with my family, yo. Like you had this much of an impact. I told you I only knew the kid for 2 weeks. Another kid, another senior, he said the same thing to me. But I'm tell you about this kid. This kid, dad live in Philly, mom ain't around. He kind of live on his own. He called me. I met him one day. He called me that night, crying. Coach, I don't know what to do. I said, all right, yo, I'm gonna come up there. I'm gonna come to your house. I drove to his house. It was like 15, 20 minutes from my house. I drive to his house. He says, yo, I was telling my sister, I can't believe out of all the people that came here is you. I was like, well, that's what I'm supposed to. That's why we met. I was supposed to be here. And yeah, I'm gonna pull up for you every single time. Because guess what? I will want somebody to pull up for me. When
mhm,
I'm down and I'm crying, yo, and I feel like I don't know what to do. Yeah, yo, I want to be able to call somebody and have somebody be like, yo, I'll pull up. I'm gonna be that for that kid. So it was nothing for me to go there. And that right there was all it took for now. That kid, trust me. Now me and that kid say, yo, I tell him, I love you. Yo, I
mhm,
love you, coach. That's how we end our talks. All
mhm,
from one day. I met him one day. So, oh man, like this that right there, I already won this season. But see, people don't
mhm,
know that story. Like like I won't put those stories out. I tell like my wife those kind of stories. I don't tell like all these people because they don't need to know that. I'm telling y'all, and it's
mhm,
gonna be big now. But like those are
mhm,
the wins I got. And I got those wins like 2 weeks ago. The fact that I get kids that be like, yo, I heard what you're doing, and they want to come out and play. These people just have kids that was trying to quit. I got kids that's trying to come out to play every day. That's still trying to join the team. That's a win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The fact that we could lose by 50 points, y'all, and I get a text message saying, yo, coach, we believe in you still. Like what you need, what we need to do to get better, because we believe in you. I
Yeah.
won.
There
Now
you go.
everybody else gotta be ready for when the wins start being the right side of the points. And when I
Mm-hmm.
start getting on the other side of the points in the W column, that's when they really gonna be scared. And they know it's coming, because it don't never take me no time to get things right. I just always got a starting point. I'm starting
Mm.
at the bottom where I always start from, and wait till you see where I take this team. Yo, I
Yes, sir.
appreciate y'all, man. Like
Appreciate you too,
Dan, I
Dan.
owe you
Man.
so much. Yo, y'all gotta bring me back
You
on
already
episode
know.
199.
Oh,
Y'all
we
gotta
gonna
bring
bring
me
you
back.
back.
I got some crazy stories for y'all. I can tell y'all all kind of stories that happened in my senior year, like just that whole season, because every game was a movie. I swear to goodness, I
Mm.
got a story for every game. I could tell y'all about like the semi-pro years. We could definitely talk about the like coaching the little kids, how we took a program from nothing and we built it up to be dominant
Yeah.
to the point where they got us disbanded this year. I can tell you how we started this. This started just man, I ain't telling y'all now. Just bring me
Yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bring
We're
me
gonna
back.
spin. Yeah, you gonna
And
spin the
yo, I'm
block,
telling
Dan.
y'all, but
You gonna,
y'all get everything. Y'all get it unfiltered. I give it to y'all unfiltered, yo. I do, yo. I
yeah.
appreciate y'all for having me on, man.
Appreciate you.
Dan, I've been touch cat. Appreciate you, Bird Gang. I wish you won Bird Gang, but I salute you for being Bird Gang, yo. Yo, y'all have a great night. I'll
All
be
right,
in touch with
Dan.
y'all real soon, man.
Yes,
Appreciate y'all.
sir.
Thank you.
Love you,
Appreciate you,
boy.
man. Have a good night,
Appreciate
bro.
you, man.
Yo.
Yo.
Yo,
Wow,
so
man.
what's what's crazy, man. Dane was definitely always like a storyteller. You know what I'm saying? A talkative dude, real deep, personal dude, man. Just outside of football, sports, man. Good brother, man. Like I said, man, and y'all heard him reference to I don't know if y'all heard him reference to like Corey. He kept saying that name Corey, Corey, Corey.
Right.
Y'all met his brother the other night, Deron.
Deron, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Deron. His brother's name Corey Dickinson. One of the a Philly goat, Philly great. You know what I'm saying? Played at Masterman High School, all pub. He went to King's College as well with Dame. He's in the Hall of Fame at King's College. You know what I mean? 2014 inductee. Man, it was a guy. It's a guy named Dave Januzzi, right? He went to the school Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. I mean Wilkes-Barre University, which is like down the street from King's College, which is both in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. So Corey and Dave and Kings and Wilkes-Barre is a rival. So it's like the biggest game, biggest college game. You know what I'm saying? Every year they have home and away games. Biggest game up there in that town, right? And Dave Januzzi, y'all remember Devin George that played in the NBA,
Yeah, I do.
6'8" ball, played with the
Mm.
Lakers. He went to D3. He was a D3 also, all star or athlete, I should say. Dave Januzzi won Player of the Year over Devin George. Devin George senior year when he got drafted into the NBA. So that's lets you even know how good this boy Dave Januzzi was. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And man, we played in men's leagues out there, in that city, man. Dave could go, like I said, he mentioned Corey. Corey was a straight workaholic. Straight workaholic, man. That's how, when he said before his senior year, they used to work 3 days, 3 days. Yo, man, it's funny he telling the story about Corey because I worked out with Corey before, man, and he's one of them dudes, man. He had a semi-pro. He played overseas. He had a couple run pickup games, well not pickup games, invites to NBA camps, stuff like that. And he worked hard, man. And one thing that I will say, as far as being an athlete, man, or getting to that next level, you do got to have work ethic, man. That is one thing that's going to win over your talent. Just like Dame said, you know, sharpening up on your conditioning and practicing, man. Yo, Corey, I used to hate working out with him because he would get mad, like if you wasn't doing it as hard as him, or if you ain't, complete as much. I mean, he took pride into working out and getting it, and I will attest that wasn't for me, that part. Like Dane said, I just thought I could be good, just off of the talent that I had, because nobody could really stop me. So I'm like, I ain't got to work hard if I could still get buckets. You know what I mean, doing that. But man, great dude, man. Like I said, meeting him, man, real down to earth brother, man. I appreciate him, you know what I'm saying, for doing that. Like he said, man, if we spin a by, we might even have to have him on 2 more times, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
easy.
To get all of that those great stories, man. But man, that's my guy, man. Dame Saxon, that's my man.
That
Yeah,
was
definitely, man. I was blown away by the interview, man, just because you had so many different layers to it from,
yeah.
the minis, him actually being a player, the coaching aspect. And, that's why I wanted to touch base on, like behind the scenes stuff, not behind the scenes stuff, but like the meaningful stuff, just like I referenced to the episode last week where we kind of take that human element out of these athletes. We just train the program to see them like, no, I want to see you just score touchdowns, pass, whatever, shoot, and then, like last week, you just want to see different people fight for different reasons, that you want to see, but you always, kind of like just view them from a lens of an entertainer versus a human. So definitely fire interview. I can't wait to bring them back on and have all different types of stories. Each story was like just had me at the edge of the seat. I'm like, damn, bro, like these are some real deep stories, man.
Yo,
Yeah,
But
and
I
it has
don't
to
know if he'll
happen
ever give.
all over too.
Right, and I don't know if he'll give any college stories, but yeah, man, we had some times, man. We had some good times, man. Up that joint. I wanted to give him a shout out for what I'm saying, his sports academy, and that's what I got on right now. You
mhm.
know what I mean? Saxon Sports Academy, man. That's the founder of it, man. Like you said, we started with the minis. This way it really started as far as him with the coaching. I think he said he'd give his backstory on that, so I ain't going, you know, talk too much about that, man. But Saxon Sports Academy, man, got this hoodie from me a couple years ago, man. So, it's all about support, man. That's my guy.
Yeah, we trust me, that was it's not going to be episode 199 before he's
Oh,
back on
no,
this show
no.
again. No, it's going to be way before that one. We got to get more of those stories. In fact, we probably have to have like a live session where all of us together to have him there too, so we can go ahead and
I
because
don't know if he's
I
still
want to
tapped
be able
in.
to get that energy live with him when he tell these stories. You know
You
what
know,
I mean?
I wish we could pull up to a game of his. I mean,
I
I
ain't
hope he
saying
ain't
nothing but
still.
thing, bro.
I hope he ain't still tapped in right now. But
He gonna hop
that
right
would
back
be
on the screen. I heard that. Got
yeah,
you.
like
All
Get
right.
your schedule.
It's scheduled right now.
right. But yeah, man, definitely good job, man, for sure.
I appreciated his time. I appreciated the passion that he showed. It started off with the story about the young man that his mom and his grandmom OD'd, and he's able to save his
Yeah,
mom but not his grandmom. You know
yeah.
what I mean? And think about that testimony with that kid, because what's football? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
What's a tribulation and circumstances that looks negative? Like, you literally saved your mom. You know what I mean? Like everything else is minor. So he can literally push that kid to greatness because the fact that he actually lived a crazy life already, and he saved, his mom. And that's now what bigger, achievement in life than saving mom. So everything else is easy, compared to what he already went through. I mean, those stories like that is the stuff that I will hold on to when it comes to just my life and what have you. This kid can still smile, even though he was there to witness, what he did with his family and couldn't save one. You know what I mean? But he's still willing to smile. That's major.
Right. No, I mean, hell, like I was just saying, like I think there's a lot of these stories out there. I mean, I'm
Mhm.
not trying to put you on the spot, Tone, but I know you play organized sports, but I'm sure you could recall like a heartfelt conversation with your coach or one of your mentors when you was an athlete. I know I sure can. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
those are the type of moments. I mean, I don't know if you recall one, want to mention it or anything like that, but like we
Oh,
done. I don't know if something pops out of you. I know me personally, I could give mine's like yeah, it was my senior year, and I'm talking to coach, on the baseball team, and like it wasn't even about baseball. Like he just came up to me, he was like, you know what? He was like, Santiago, you know what? You're gonna be a leader. You're gonna be a very strong leader. And it was something that happened on our baseball team that, I addressed to like the players, and and my coach came over to me and asked me how I felt about it, and I spoke my piece about it, and he was like, later on he circled back after away from the team, not in front of the team. He's like, you know what, one day you're gonna be a great leader and stuff like that. It always stuck with me because I never, at that age, I'm just like, all right, whatever. I'm just here to play ball, like, you know what I mean. So it was one of them things that just stood out to me, from Coach Oliver at Edison High School and stuff like that. But it's them stories that like are probably like the most rewarding. Like everyone automatically thinks like, man, I really want to coach and have a competitive team and win and stuff like that. But I think once they get into that world, is like, man, you get so many different rewarding stories, and just it is more than a win. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I'll take it back to my junior year of high school. Coach by the name of my coach at the time, his name was Haviland Harper. His daughter actually made the WNBA too a couple years ago. But I remember one time we was at practice, and they ran a play for me. I got it, and I think I probably made a move, and like I guess when I'm on the left side of the basket, when I would back my opponent down as far as like getting ready to shoot, I would always spin middle instead of like maybe spinning baseline. And I think when I spent middle, this one particular play, the dude who was guarding me, he blocked the shot. So he stopped practice. He stopped practice. He was like, yo, stop, stop, stop. And he comes over to me. He's like, Anthony, what are you doing? He was like, you should have spent baseline. You should have did this move, pump fake. You know what I mean? Did this and that and that. He was like, because you could average 25 points a game. You know what I'm saying? If you just, thought about what you was doing, and then like some of the players was like, yeah, whatever. Like, how he gonna average 25? I'm on the team. Like, what I'm saying, whatever. I guess they could average that. And I went through my junior year. You know what I mean? Probably averaged about 12, 13, 14 points, something like that. And my senior year, he had got a coach, and he had got a coaching job at Central. So we had a new coach my senior year. And not saying that I know it was what he told me, but obviously I knew I had the talent and I worked hard, in my senior year. Led the team in scoring my senior year, one team MVP, and I won a marksman's award at the end of the year, for my play, my senior year. So, him telling me that, having me believe like, oh shit, I can average 25 in the pub, and the pub was a big deal back in the day, like shit, man. I remember games was on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Every Wednesday and every Friday, we buying the Daily News because you wanted to see your name in that paper. As far as how many points you scored, and this, that, and the third. One thing we always didn't want to be in there with is obviously 0 points and then 1 point, because they was like, yo, he scored a stick. Like this boy got a stick in there. So, yeah, man, there's a lot of things, man, that comes along with coaching, man, that they could say to a player, man, that will build, that belief, in you, and then you wanting to go out and play hard, for that team, man. And I remember my senior year, first game of the year, man, I had 31 points. Opening game of the year was against Martin Luther King. I had 31. My man Jerome Burt had 29. It was a crazy game, like probably, towards the end of the game. We wound up winning, and started out my senior year, pretty decent, man. So yeah, for sure, man. Coaching goes a long way, man. And we see what Coach Dame, his tactics, and how he, grabs the kids, or levitates to the kids where they just believe in him. And like you said, running through brick walls, even though they might got blasted by 50, they like, listen, we trying to get beat by 60 next week. But no, but you know what I'm saying? Like they don't care about, the end result. They see the good in Coach Dane, man, and appreciate him having them on, man. That was a decent episode.
I definitely appreciate him too. And like I said, I can't wait to get him back on the show. Is this so we can hear more of those stories? I appreciate y'all too as well for sharing y'all collegiate stories, as well your high school stories, because it's important. I mean, that one leader was able to go ahead and influence y'all guys to be the men that y'all are today. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure Coach Dame is doing all of that for his current players as well as his older players. He didn't even get a chance to even say that. he had to go back and eat dinner with the players that was there.
With not even the
Right.
players, the kids that he's with like now. He's at his old school.
Old players. And that's something he didn't
Mhm.
get a chance to actually get into. He had to go
Right.
and eat with the team that
them.
he no longer coaches with.
Right.
He was
That's
the
right.
assistant coach with that team. He left. He has his own team now, but he's still going out to eat dinner with his old players. That's the influence, and that's the respect that he earned with those young men. That's like, nah, you think you gone? Nah, you're still one of us. We still need you to go ahead and put in some time with with us and spend some time with us so we can get more of your knowledge and more of your influence. And what a great interview, and what a great talking with a great man that's actually raising up our future. That's the name, but that's actually the title of this episode is Our Future. And we got a chance to meet someone that's actually influencing our future.
Our future.
So,
There you
Coach
go.
Dame, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you so much for everything that you do and everything that you're going to do, because this is just the beginning. And we can't wait to go ahead and see how many superstars you end up influencing and having them flourish in college and beyond. So yeah, we can't wait for all of that. But it's something else that we cannot wait for. Joel, something's happening on the 4th. I think you may want to talk about that.
Hey, listen, on the 4th, we will be having a 100th episode at Dimension Sports Lounge Bar and Grill. Listen, you have to pull up. If you know me, Tone, Cap, man, look, you already know what it is. We've been putting out the content out there, what happened last year. And we keep forgetting a little bragging tip too. We 8-0 at Dimensions. Anytime we watch an Eagles game there, we win. We have a watch party. It's a dope vibe. You got food specials, drink specials. If hookah's your twist, you can get a hookah. But more importantly, you can be there with you guys watching the game. Look, on top of that, we already got confirmed that we will have giveaways by Foster Philly Art. He gave us the giveaways last year for our kickoff, and he's coming back this year. And look, we got a couple more things that we're working on as far as like giveaways and promotions and stuff like that. Like maybe somehow, some way, we bought an extra ticket to join the GNT crew for the Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson game at the link. But that's one of them. So if you're a Michael Vick fan or a Deshaun Jackson fan, they are having a game here, which me and Larry, gave Tone's birthday gift, right? So it's only right that Tone picks the winner for that. So that was another little birthday gift. So we got 4 tickets, but it's only 3 guys on the panel. So that's part of Tone's gift. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna keep this one in the tuck. We're gonna give away this on the 4th, but Tone's gonna pick it out because me and Larry are Eagles fans. Deshaun and Vic, so he can be unbiased there, so he can pick whoever is the top Michael Vick fan or Deshaun Jackson fan. So you're gonna have to send that. You're gonna have to convince him. You know what I mean? But we got a couple other giveaways and stuff like that we will have that night, and we just celebrating, man. It's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be a movie, like we always say. It's actually gonna be a movie because we're gonna have a videographer there, so you're gonna be part of that. But yeah, man, I'm excited, and the best thing about it, like the whole staff at Dimensions is super excited about it. Mikey, Raul, all the bartenders, everybody there, they hype about it, man. We just bring a party. That's it. Good vibe. Yeah. Everything's all good, and more importantly, we're going to see the Birds get the win. So why wouldn't you want to pull up there? Unless you go into the game, you need to be at Dimensions.
Just so you know, Ty has said, I want to go. Me, I want to go. Just so you know, Tom. No pressure,
hey,
bro.
Listen,
it's no pressure.
That's why I wanted to take the pressure off me and Larry. Look, however, it was part of Tone's birthday gift. We went out last week. Me and Larry said, "Yo, we'll surprise him." He ain't know about that part, so
no,
I know he's
about
over
that
there
part.
like, "Yeah, let me see one." So I
my
don't know what
bird
type
name.
of contest you gonna have, or what you gonna have up your
Oh,
sleeve.
yeah,
I don't know.
right. Oh, yeah, and we
Right.
got shit. It's another week, so we gonna reveal that next week. So yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Taya, just so you know, it has nothing to do with me. And nothing to do with Joel. It has everything to do with that man in the middle of the screen right now. So, God, I feel
that's
so
cool.
bad for Tone to have to go ahead and have to.
Don't feel bad for me. Don't feel bad for me. Don't feel bad for me because I ain't gonna feel bad for who I don't give it to. So like no, but no, man. That's all. We're gonna have fun with that, man. We're gonna have fun with that.
Said it's my birthday. We know, Taya. Trust me, we know it's your birthday. I'm not gonna say no more. Just know that the GNT crew knows for sure that is your birthday. All right. Just know that. Whatever what that means, you'll find out. But just know that we know that that's your birthday. Okay. And moving forward with this conversation, we need every single one of y'all to join us, man. I mean, we need every single one of y'all. Dimensions is a large enough venue for every single one of y'all to bring someone else with y'all. So we need every single one of y'all to bring somebody with y'all so we can have a good old time for the banner release with the Eagles live with the big screen. Oh man, it's gonna be a good time. So I cannot wait for that. That's godly. It's next week, bro. It's crazy how fast that the season, NFL season, just rained up on us. It's crazy. But that's next week. September 4th. Get ready.
I can't wait, bro.
It's gonna be.
I can't wait.
I cannot wait. It's gonna be a good time. Tone, it's up to you, bro. What you gotta tell the people?
What I gotta tell the people?
Yeah, laugh the pain away.
Oh, I ain't know this was the end of the show like that. I thought I'll usually do that on the closing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh well,
I didn't know he was closing it out either. I thought we was picking out
the closing music been on for like 3 minutes.
I thought we was picking out division winners and you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, we already an hour and 12 minutes in, bro.
that shouldn't take long.
Oh well, if you want to talk about that, we can.
All right.
Yeah.
You want AFC? Anybody on IG, you could comment too for your division winners. AFC East: Miami Dolphins, New England Patriots, Buffalo Bills, or the Jets.
Buffalo Bills.
I agree.
Buffalo Bills.
All right, cool. AFC North: Baltimore, Cleveland Browns, Pittsburgh Steelers, Cincinnati Bengals.
I'll give it to the Ravens.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, I'm with Tom. You got Steelers?
Oh, you think A-Rod gonna bring them back to life?
I think Lamar is going to fall through a bad situation.
Oh, so it ain't nothing what you think Pittsburgh going to do. It's what you think Lamar is going to do.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, yeah. I think Pittsburgh is going to do what Pittsburgh does, which is make the playoffs. And you have
win the division, even over Cincinnati.
Yeah, I would say Cincinnati. If Baltimore had a fall, I would say Cincinnati.
Someone's telling me that Pittsburgh is going to have a good year.
All right, cool. AFC South: Tennessee Titans, Houston Texans, Indianapolis Colts, or the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Trash.
That division is like
trash.
Damn. I mean, obviously we're just gonna go with the better team, which is Houston. Out of all them guys,
the best team in Texas.
Right now, yeah.
No, I think they bounced back. They got the injury bug bad last year, and they already started a little bit with Nixon, but
and CJ DJ.
Yeah, right. Well, they said it's not an ACL though, right?
Right. Yeah. It's not as big of an injury.
Right. They said that they ruled that out. Okay, cool.
So Larry, you got Danny Dimes and the Colts.
Absolutely not.
Danny Dimes and the Colts. Anthony Richardson.
Absolutely not.
All right, AFC West: Denver Broncos, LA Chargers, Las Vegas Raiders, or the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm taking Denver.
Whoa.
Taking Denver.
Yeah.
Whoa. I'm gonna still go with the Chiefs.
Against Pat.
Listen, you don't have to agree with me. Just pick your.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm just asking the question. Can I ask the question?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
I'm going with the Chiefs.
All right, cool. All right, we'll see that one for last. NFC West: LA Rams, San Fran, the Cardinals, or Seattle.
I'm gonna go with the Rams. I'm gonna take the Rams.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams too. I'm not all that convinced about the Niners being back to health and ready to go.
All right, cool. NFC South: Tampa Bay, New Orleans, Carolina, or ATL.
Trash can. Bucks.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
Right.
Bucks. Trash can.
NFC North: the Bears, Packers, Vikings, or Detroit Lions.
Detroit Lions.
You got Detroit?
All right, I'm gonna go
Minnesota.
You go Minnesota.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to pick Detroit too.
All right, cool. And last but not least, you already know. NFC East. You got the Birds, Giants, Dallas, and the Commodores.
Commodores.
I'm gonna go Giants.
Giants? I just wrote it down, and it's a pun. You can't. You gotta know your racing tone. He said, "I believe in Jackson Dart."
He was making a big argument the other night about that. He was going crazy.
Naki.
Yeah, he was going crazy. Oh, we got our future.
He said, order my jersey. Order my jersey already. All right, what is that supposed to mean? That doesn't mean shit. I was like, all right, man, no problem.
Yeah.
Good job, Anaki. Like, whatever. And like,
you won't have to worry about a package pirate stealing that shitty ass jersey.
Yeah, right. So they gonna give it back.
Yo, we already know that.
Who the hell is Dart?
Man, he already had a Shedeur Sanders Giants jersey on pre-order. You know, when it was draft time.
He did he?
For the Giants.
For the Giants. They remember doing a draft party. He was like, Shedeur Sanders, he's going to New York. He's going to New York. Watch.
I'm gonna order that jersey.
Oh.
I know who you got, Larry. Tone, you really got the G-Man?
Yeah, I'm sticking to my story.
All right, man. That wraps it up then.
You ready to pick the G-Man for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to put in the bet like that, too. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the same thing I did last year. Take all the division winners, put $10 each bet. I'll send you guys the tickets.
Yeah, right, the tickets.
So you sure you want the G-Man?
Yeah.
We talked about. All right, cool.
We all know at the end of the season.
What's going on, peoples? How y'all doing? On this nice little Wednesday morning, I ain't doing so good. Because I made a bet with the guys on the panel, man. What's up to y'all, man? Shouts out to GNT Sports. Thank y'all for tuning in for another one. I won't be on the show tonight, and I am not ducking any smoke. I'm never scared. But I had to, honor a bet. This is gonna pain me. This is gonna pain me. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly for a touchdown. 1, 2, 3. Hit them low, hit them high. I hope y'all Eagles die. I mean fly, fly, Eagles fly on the road to victory. Eagles, pigeons. I mean Eagles. Fuck y'all.
It never gets old, bro.
It was better because he was formerly a Dallas Cowboys fan, so now it doesn't pack like the same punch. Now it's like, all right.
Cool. Whatever. That's that's I don't want to hear that crap. All right. Still feels good to me to hear it. Still feels good. Never gets old. Anyway, there we go. So we got our predictions in when it comes to the division winners. But next week, everything starts. Look at Chill Will in the building. Sing it, Tone. Sing it. Sing it, Tone.
You gotta put up the video when I beat up the bird. When I beat up him when he was the bird.
Yeah, I think we erased that one. Anyway, so
I got it.
All right, so I think now is official. Shut them down time. Officially. Joel, what you got to say, bro?
Hey, listen, like I just mentioned on the pod, look, September 4th, we're going to pull up. The show starts at 7 p.m. We will be there, pregame show, going over predictions, seeing who's in the crowd, making you guys part of the podcast, the live podcast that we will be having 100th episode. We need 100 people to pull up representing GNT. So if you are a normal Dimensions Sports viewer there, we not counting you. We asking for 100 new people, 100 new faces, 100 new people that just support GNT Sportstalk. Come out and celebrate with us. You already know what it is. Bird Gang, checking out. Thank you.
You. Like you said, man, we thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of GNT Sports Talk, episode 99. Salute to my guy, Dame Saxon, man, for joining us on the show. We definitely bringing him back because, y'all, like he said, he got way more stories, a lot of things that we could tap into. So appreciate my guy for joining the panel. And like Joel Cap said, man, next week, September 4th, 100th episode, we at Dimension Sports Bar. So please pull up, man. Please pull up. 7 o'clock pre-game or the podcast before the game. Like you said, we're going to scan the crowd, make sure everybody's in there. Get them giveaways popping off, man. If y'all want to show up, man, and come to that Mike Vick, Deshaun Jackson game, man, October 30th. Y'all better pop out. Like Joel said, he got an extra ticket for somebody out there. So only way you get to, be a part of that drawing is if you show up next week. That's all I'm going to say. You know what I'm saying? You show up next week, you're in the running. But good show tonight. And those of y'all who don't know, who don't really maybe follow me on Instagram, social media, things like that. It was my birthday this past Sunday. Turned 44 years old. Had a surprise. A very, very big surprise on Saturday, man. It was like one for the ages, something that I didn't expect. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to my baby for doing that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But everybody who came out as well, you know what I'm saying? Everybody came out as well, celebrated that birthday with me, man. And like the fella said, they gifted me with the tickets to the game in October, man. So shouts out, salute y'all, man. Love y'all dudes for that, man. And with that being said, a couple weeks prior to that, the week prior to that, had the all-white party, you know what I'm saying, birthday celebration for Laugh the Pain Away. Which was a decent turnout, you know what I'm saying, as well. We stayed a little bit afterwards, you know what I'm saying, danced a little bit, drank some, you know what I'm saying. But it was a decent show, man, and it's the third Friday of every month. Laugh the Pain Away. So y'all need to tap in. Tickets on sale right now to our next show. That's September 19th. Early bird special is on until September 1st. After that, regular price. And then the tickets actually grow $5 every week after that. So right now, man, if you don't follow Tony Promoter, go on there, follow me. The link is in the bio. Early bird tickets is available September 1st. Laugh the pain away every third Friday. Come and get your free glass of wine and just rock out with your boy Tony Promoter, man. Let's get it.
Once again, to our Instagram family, to our YouTube family, we appreciate every single one of y'all and everything that y'all bring to the show. We appreciate y'all guys' attention and, and influencing us to want to go ahead and actually bring more than just the sports just the sports content or just what happened in the game. We want to actually do more, talk more about the things that's actually impacting us on the regular basis. You know what I mean? And we appreciate y'all guys' support. And every time we do, we always get really good feedback. So we thank y'all guys so much for just pushing us forward in what this podcast actually is. And I think is becoming something that's great for all of us, as well as all of y'all. So we thank y'all guys so much for everything y'all do and all the attention y'all give us. But we want to thank y'all in person. Once again, we need y'all with us at Dimension September 4th. Game starts at 8:20. We're going to be going live at 7 o'clock that night. The only thing that's going to be missing is y'all if y'all ain't there. And I know y'all going to be there, so therefore I don't got to worry about missing anything because y'all going to be there. So we look forward to seeing y'all. Until next time. Is there anything else, Joel? I see. Just in case. Just in case.
Just please reserve your table if you can, just in case. If not, I recommend you get there super early to grab what's available.
Just in case the advertisement and everything that we have for Dimensions and with us being there is going to be on our Instagram page. So you'll definitely be able to go and see that, or just rewind back to YouTube just a little bit back and you can actually see all the information there, the phone number, where we're going to be at and everything like that. So hey, we look forward to seeing every single one of y'all. Until then, God bless you all, and we'll see y'all September 4th.